All right, good morning or afternoon. Today we're going to create a vocabulary pamphlet um, based on the elements of art. So these are the 7 elements that we're going to learn throughout the semester. You will have a quiz on this next week, so this is also going to help you with studying for that as you create the pamphlet. So in your modules, if you scroll down to where it says elements of art, it should be published at this point. You will see a link for a PowerPoint, and it'll have these elements on there, and you'll also see a copy of this poster. Whoops, so you guys can see. Okay, so we see the word, the element, we see the definition of it, and then you see a little visual here. Same thing for shape, form, color, value, texture, and space. Okay, this is obviously not done in color, but you can kind of tell this would be color. The value would go from dark to light. Color would be a rainbow of colors. Form is 3D, shape is 2D and flat. Texture, it's kind of crackly looking, and then space would be the use of foreground, middle ground, and background. Line, obviously we use line to do any type of artwork. So what you are going to do, you can use sketchbook paper, you can use computer paper, whatever you want to use. You are going to create a pamphlet. So here's a couple examples. This one's good. It's actually spelled elements at the top, but I really liked her design that she used. Here's another one that's really good. So what I want you to do is see how they've taken the word and they've designed it to match. So like line, she used very sharp lines. Shape, she added some definition to show that it's a shape. Form, she tried to make it look a little more 3D. Value, the use of space, she put color behind it. Texture, this one was good as well. This one's probably a little bit better explanation. You see she wrote like line. She did everything kind of in a broken line. The shape, she did little squares, circles, triangles, other various shapes around the word. The form, she made it so that it looked three-dimensional and added a three-dimensional object here. Value, she showed the difference in light and dark. Space, she kind of spaced things out here. This is really creative here with the color, with the paint. And then the texture, she kind of made them like a bubbly figure of that texture. This one's pretty good too. A little more basic, but you kind of are getting the idea now, hopefully. So on the front, I want you to write the word that's in bold. You can use either the PowerPoint presentation. It'll have this same exact thing, and I'll go over that when I do that tomorrow. Or you can use this little handout. It should be on there in a poster form. So you're going to write, oops, get my sides mixed up. So you're going to write the word on the front, like they did here, line, line, and you want to decorate it in a way that expresses that word. So line, they used lines, shape, form, etc. Good. See, like this value here, she did a gradient kind of value going from light to dark, space, color, texture. Okay. So once you have done that on the front, you don't necessarily have to write elements of art at the top. You can, but you don't have to. I know that they're the elements, but if you want to add that in, that's perfectly fine. So on the inside, okay, so I'm trying to not make a glare on this because I know it's laminated. So on the one side, you see here where she's got line that matches with line on the front, and she's writing the definition out. You can copy the definition directly from the paper, the PowerPoint. If you can't access that, you can look it up online. I'm not going to get picky about that because it's the definition. I want you to know it. Okay, so you want to do that for each of the words. Okay. On the other side, I want you to write a sentence. Now, she added an extra little visual. I think that would maybe help you as well. I don't think that would be such a bad idea to add another. So, like, obviously, we've decorated the front in that, but maybe on the inside, when you're looking at the definition, you might draw something that helps you, that helps to remind you of what it is. So, like, you know, for shape, she put a stop sign. For form, she drew a bunch of different figures to make them look 3D. Value, she showed light and dark, kind of shading and shadows. So I don't think that would be a bad idea. I don't necessarily require that, but I don't think it would be bad. I think all of these examples have that because it does help people. So see, she's wrote her definition on the inside, and then she flipped hers over on the back and did her sentence. So you need to have a definition, straight from the paper or the PowerPoint, and then you need to write a sentence with the word. So I'm trying to get it close enough. Okay. The ball is oddly shaped. Those books form a triangle. So see how she's broken it down and used that word, and they underline the word that they used. Let's see if she's got any examples. Good. Yeah, as it gets late at night, the value of the sky gets darker. There is space between the flowers and the tree. There are so many colors in the rainbow. The texture of the brick house is rough and hard. Okay, so you guys kind of get it. So the front, you design, color it. If you want to do it in just pencil, but I think color adds a little pizzazz sometimes, especially when we're doing something like this. And this will be something you keep for the semester. You can use it when you do your quiz. Your quiz will be timed, but, you know, obviously you guys are going to use open notes because it's online. Write your definition and your sentence, okay? So I will try to upload some pictures of these in that section. I think I already have, but if I haven't, I will. So this is what you guys are going to work on next. This should only take about a day or a day and a half, so if we start it today, it should take most of the class period, and then hopefully on Monday we can start our first big project with unit. If any of you have any questions, feel free to email me and let me know. Have a great day.